Hi, everybody. We are back once again for a brand new episode of Spill It. Spill It is a show where I get to speak to inspirational people and share some inspirational stories to connect people together, inspire others, and help people learn something new. And of course, this episode is no different. This is episode 94. We spoke with my good friend, Mr. Jack Dinsley. He's going to be on the show very, very soon. So make sure that you stay tuned for everything that he has to say, because there's going to be a lot. So make sure that you stay tuned for that. I can't believe it's episode 94. 6 episodes left. That's it. 6 episodes left of Spill It. Don't worry, though. I'm going to be keeping you company for all 6 of those episodes. And I promise you not to get upset just yet. Don't forget as well, as soon as you get into here, make sure that you like, you rate, you subscribe, no matter where you're watching this. If you're watching this on Facebook, if you're watching this on LinkedIn, if you're watching this on YouTube, just drop a quick cheeky like just to make sure that, we're helping the algorithms there. We're going, oh, hey, this is watchable content. Let's engage with this, guys. And then, of course, if you rate and subscribe, then you are up to date with absolutely every single thing to do with Spill It and what's going to be coming up over the next few months. That's right. That's right. Of course, as well, as soon as you get into here, make sure that you drop a quick, cheeky comment. You can drop a comment live or a question live during this show. So me and Jack can engage with your questions, your comments, your concerns, whatever you've got going on in your little mind. Just say it out in the little ether here. Just go into the comment section and just type in a comment, and then that means that you are part of the conversation too. But don't forget as well that if you are watching this on playback or you are listening to this on the podcast, then you can just send me an email, marcus@spillit.uk, or just slide right into my DMs. Drop me a quick question on there, and I'll be sure to answer it. And of course, I'll answer it on a live show as well, should you want that. There we go. And last but not least, okay, very, very important, hit the share button. Why don't you? I mean, don't. It's up to you. It's completely your choice. I'm not telling you what to do. But if you do hit the share button, it just helps me out a little bit. That's all. That's what we're all about here, helping each other out, aren't we? Yes. We have to help each other out. Except if you give me the ick. Disgusting! That's right. It's What's Your Ick time, which is basically a little bit of time to talk about the things that really annoy me about people in the world. So yeah, okay. So quick ick for you this week. When people are shopping and it's quite busy and you're in a queue and all you hear from behind you is how long is it going to be? Oh, why have they not got more people out on the till? How long do we have to wait? If you are that type of person, you are an ick. You're a walking ick. I'm not about that life, okay? They're going as quick as they can. It's a busy time for them, all right? We know that, they know that people are waiting. They know that, okay? They're doing absolutely everything that they can do. Just because of the fact that you're tutting and humming and ahhing and whatever behind me isn't going to make them work faster. It's going to annoy me to a point where I'm going to turn around and go, in your face, okay? So just don't do it. Don't be... I'm going to say it. Bugger it. It's my show. I'll say what I want. Don't be a dick, okay? Do not be a dick, right? If it's busy, just have a bit of patience about you. We go on about the fact that, there's we know that staffing levels are low and all of that lot because of companies not paying for more people, etc. So we all know that companies are in the same position. And these people in retail, they work long hours. Okay. Even waiting on staff, they work very, very long hours. And sometimes it's really, really frustrating. Excuse me. It's really, really frustrating for them as well. The last thing that they want to hear is you whinging and mourning because of the fact that it's taking a little bit too long. You're not going to get anywhere any faster. So you know what? No, don't do it, especially not behind me, because I will turn around and I will say something because it's just not on. That's what I think. Okay, just don't do it. Just be kind. That's the aim of the game, right? Let's put ourselves in that position and think: would I like to hear somebody going? No, it's an annoying noise. Don't do it. Simple as that. And that was my ick for today. And there we go. So yeah, that was my ick for today. Now it is time to bring out my guest for the evening. He is here. He's ready. He's waiting. He's not here. I was looking over here like he's here, but he's not. Here he is. It is the gentleman of the hour. It is Mr. Jack Dinsley. Hello, Jack.
Hello. How are
you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
I am ecstatic, might I add. So yeah, I'm in a very, very good mood. Thank you so much for joining us here on Spill It once again. It's so nice to have you back. You came on originally way back when Spill It was just a baby, and you're back again, back again to talk to us all about everything that you've been up to. How does it feel to be back?
Good, actually. I was looking to see how long it's been, and it was in 2020.
Yeah.
It was in August 2020. So that actually makes me laugh because that was actually like the lockdown era of life.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, Spill It was just starting out. My campaign was just starting out, and now like it's 2022, still 2023. Like life has flown.
I know. Well, we are going to get into it, but first, what did you think about my ick?
Oh, I completely agree. Like, especially during this time of year, I hate it this time of year because, like, you don't even need to go out to these places anymore. Like, you can get like your shopping to your house. So I don't get like if you're like, why I'm taking forever? Like, just go on your phone and get your shopping sent to you. Get your stuff off Amazon if you need to. Like, you don't need to actually go out anymore. So like, that is a you choice, and I hate it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Oh.
You've chosen to go out in public and go shopping because there are so many different ways to do your shopping now online. So you have chosen to go out there knowing the fact that it could be busy and there may be queues, and you are choosing to have that type of attitude. So yeah, I'm not about that life. So I'm glad that you agree. Have you got an ick at all? Something that people do that just make you go, yeah.
For me, one of my biggest icks I've discovered since like lockdown. So obviously we spent like a lot of time, with our families and their habits. I can't stand at the moment like eating in public a lot. So like I am a bit of a people watcher. So like if I go to like Mackey's or something, it actually just disturbs me, like when I see people eat. I don't know what it is, or like people when they like eat like a burger and like the mouth is just full, and like they chew with the mouth open as well, and it's like, but I can't stop watching it either. And like, what? So it's a catch-22. So I really don't like eating in public much anymore. Like, if I can, like a nice restaurant, don't mind, but like Mackey's, where like it's filled with people and people just stuff the face. No, so I don't know if anyone else agrees.
No, well, I mean, we talked about this actually a few weeks ago. So one of my icks were people who either chew loudly or chew with the mouth open, and you just think, nah, no, can't do that. Just have a bit of decency about you. It's disgusting. Nobody needs to see it.
It is disgusting. It is. So we completely agree. We agree. It's all good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, before we get into having a reminiscent time about the times that we've had previously and talking about absolutely everything that you've been doing over the last couple of years, are you ready to play a game?
Yeah, go on then, yeah.
Let's do it. This is Absolutely Useless. That's right. This is Absolutely Useless. This is a game that I've been playing with all of my guests all season long. It's you get to potentially win a prize as well, Jack. Okay.
Oh, it's tight. Okay.
Exactly. So all you have to do is answer 10 simple questions. You've got to answer them in the best time out of all of my guests of season 3. And if you if you answer all of the 10 questions in the quickest time, you get a Spill It bundle pack. Ain't it good?
Fantastic. Amazing. Yeah. Okay.
Well, there is another caveat to this. Now, of course, it's called Absolutely Useless. So you actually have to answer all of these questions incorrectly. Okay?
Okay.
Because you're naturally absolutely useless. So you've got to answer all of the 10 questions incorrectly. If you answer any of these questions correctly, I will add on 5 seconds onto your total time. So for
Okay.
example, if I said there are 3 colors on a traffic light, red, amber, what is the last color? Your
Blue.
answer would be, there you go, blue. And that would be fine. And we would move on to the next question. And that's it. Okay. Make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
Nice one. Right. Well, we are ready to play Absolutely Useless in 3, 2. I need to get my timer ready. 1. Go. What is the color of an emerald?
Blue.
What is something you hit with a hammer?
A pie.
What's the name of the place you go to see lots of animals?
A parking lot. Car
Whose
park.
nose grew longer every time he lied?
Dumbo.
What is the name of the fairy in Peter Pan?
The Olaf.
If you freeze water, what do you get?
Fire.
What colours are the stars on the American flag? Did you freeze then?
Bro, pink. Pink.
Pink, pink, pink. Don't worry, I stopped the time.
Okay. Pink. Pink.
Right. We're going again. I'll deduct a couple of seconds, so don't worry. Okay.
Okay.
In the nursery rhyme, Jack and Jill, what do Jack and Jill go up the hill to fetch?
A broomstick.
Where does the President of the United States live while in office?
He lives in a little cottage.
And how many planets are in our solar system?
1.
Nice. Well done.
Thanks.
There you go. Only one planet in the solar system.
Well, I know, but I thought as well, but when I said pink, I thought like, I need an answer. I was like, it's not right. I'm like, surely it's not right. I'm like, it's not right. And you were like, hello? I was like, all right. I froze. Okay,
yeah, you just froze on a smile, and I was like, I don't know what's going on here. But don't worry, we will go back and we will sort out your timing for you. We'll make sure that your timing is correct as well. Okay. But well done. I mean, I recorded 1 minute, which is very good. Okay. Now it might be less than that because obviously of the freezing time, but we will find out at the end. I'm not giving the game away to absolutely anybody. How useless do you feel answering those questions?
Very useless. And the only reason why I said Olaf is because there's a teddy over there, and I was like, Olaf. And then there's also a Dumbo teddy, and I was like, Dumbo. So the in my room came actually in use. I literally was like, I don't know. So yeah,
love it.
Dumbo
Absolutely love it. Well, Jag, you have proven yourself to be absolutely useless, and that was my game. Absolutely useless. Okay, so we are going to get into it now. So we talked about your Stammer campaign back in 2020 when it was just being birthed, just like Spill It was just being birthed in 2020. Yeah. And there's been a lot more that's been going on since then for both you and I, but you more than I would like to say. However, for those people who might not necessarily have seen the work that you've done or seen our episode together back in 2020, for everybody else, who the heck are you?
So, hello, I'm Jack. I'm Jack Dinsley. I am currently living between Kirkham and Manchester at the moment. So, I'm a summer campaigner / media person. So, I trained to be a journalist, but now I mainly just work in TV. So, that's that little backstory. In 2020, I launched the Be Kind Stammer campaign after having a stammer quite badly when I was younger. And basically, I said to myself, there isn't enough education out there for to learn about having a speech impediment. So my thing was, I was like, I want to actually educate people about it, but not in a condescending way and not in a way that people find boring. So in the end of 2019, a teacher got in touch with me from Huddersfield, and she said, "I've seen your name floating about in the media because I've done like podcasts for the BBC. I've done articles for the local area." And she said, "Is it possible for you to come to my school in January 2020 to do a talk?" So I actually took this as a chance to actually, use it and to get as a launching pad for the campaign. So it was the first talk in Huddersfield, with a big school. It was one of those schools that have like free receptions, free year ones, etc. So I was like, you know what, why not start it here? So it was great, workshops, assemblies. Then I did some work in my local community, and then the pandemic hit. So instead of just sitting at home doing nothing, I was like, you know what, I'm going to take the campaign online. So I've worked with colleges, universities, online, and that is where we got up to in August 2020.
Nice. So yeah, August 2020. That was a lot.
That was a lot. That was a lot. Yes, a lot.
But it's really cool to have you back on the show anyway. So as I say, we spoke when Spill It was just starting out, and obviously your campaign had just started out as well. And the reception from people who watched this show back then in 2020 when your episode aired was phenomenal. The feedback was great as well. There were a lot of people obviously just saying how great that it was to actually speak to you and speak about something that isn't necessarily talked about all the time, about Stammer and about people who may struggle to string a sentence together in like just in general as well, not just about stammering. It's just being able to articulate what they want to say. And you've done absolutely phenomenal work over the last couple of years. Now, obviously, since Spill It back in 2020, we added each other on Facebook and we were talking quite frequently as well. I kept up to date with obviously all the work that you've been doing and vice versa. I've seen you massively grow into who you are now, and I've seen this Stammer campaign and the business model that you've created grow as well. You've now got a team of people, which is brilliant. Like, talk about that.
So when I launched the campaign initially, it was just me because I didn't really think anyone was going to be involved, because I thought, it's just a little old me. So in January 2021, I then got a couple of people involved, people that I've actually never met in person, apart from one of them who I met this year, actually. So I recruited a girl called Erin, Georgie, and Alana. These are three people that I met online during the pandemic, and Alana hasn't got a stammer. She just was really interested and keen to get involved. And then Georgie and Erin both have stammers. So for me, Alana was a girl who didn't need to get involved, but she really wanted to get involved. And I thought for me that was really inspiring because, it's not just for people that have a stammer, my campaign. Anyone can get involved. Anyone can learn from it. So for me, Alana was so amazing to get involved with. Erin, the journey I've seen her from when I first met her online to what she's doing now, she's just done a documentary on the One Show with Ed Balls, which is incredible.
Wow.
And Georgie, she is flying at university. So it's just for me the encouragement and the passion that they all have. So yeah, it's amazing.
Well, welcome aboard, ladies, to the campaign, and a big Spill It welcome to you guys as well. But yeah, as I say, I've seen so much on social media about the work that you've been doing and some massive achievements as well. So for everybody out there, it's time to talk about it. What the hell have you been up to, Jack?
So in 2021, one of the biggest highlights for me was winning the prestigious Diana Awards. Ooh, yeah,
amazing.
So I was quite gutted because before the pandemic, even if you were just, everyone was invited to go down to London to like the House of Parliament, I think, and then you got to meet like some of the royal family. Because essentially, the Diana Award, it's like in honor of William and Harry's mum. So I was a bit sad, it was only online, but it's not about going, but I was really, excited to network and see these people in person because this award, people from Canada, India win this award, and I was one of those people. So to be nominated for Stammer Awareness was incredible. So that was 2021 of the summer, which was incredible. And then
Sorry.
I was
Sorry. Just want to interrupt there. So how?
no, it's fine.
So how did that nomination come about?
So Erin, I think Erin needed a big cheerleader, I think, for her stammer, because I think she felt like, she was on her own until, I got her involved with the campaign, and then she got to meet a lot of like-minded people. For instance, her and Georgie are now best friends, and that's through the power of the campaign, and then they just got to know each other. So Erin has really looked up to me in a lot of ways, and I think that is amazing, because I'm just a person who decided one day to speak up about the lack of stammer awareness, and she has really flourished from that. So she was really inspired by my work, and she wanted me to be honoured in that way. So she nominated me for the Diana Award, which I think is for young people up to the age of 25. So yeah, so it was a big honour to even for Erin to even sit down and write about me. So it was amazing.
And how did it feel? So obviously the nominations were there. How did it feel to hear your name in your campaign as the winner?
So it was actually quite emotional because I got the email when I was at one of my jobs. I thought it was a joke. I thought it was actually a joke at first. But actually, I actually cried. But luckily, we shut. This is one of my jobs where I worked at a gift shop at the time during the pandemic. And luckily, we shut. But like, I'm sure the CCTV cameras probably would have caught me crying. But yeah, it was surreal, and I had to keep it to myself for like 5 months. But I couldn't tell anyone, so it was quite amazing to win that.
Amazing. Well, congratulations for winning that. As I say, I saw it all on social media, but
Thank you.
it's such a great achievement. It's something it's a lifelong thing that's going to stay with you now forever, and you'll be able to talk about that to absolutely what a great achievement. That is phenomenal. So well done for that. So then moving on from there, so you got the Diana Award. So what happened next?
Yes. So in between all of this, I've been doing. I was involved with an international panel, which was representatives from their own countries. So there was people from America, Brazil, New Zealand, China, and then there was 2 representatives of the UK, and that was me and someone else. And basically, we got to be on this online panel where anyone could stream it in the world, and basically like talk about how stammering is affected in our countries. And that is one of those panels that will always stay with me, because I was networking with all these amazing, incredible people, and I was like, this is just insane. Like, I've got someone like talking about their stammer in China, Brazil. So that was incredible. Then that same year, I was involved with Newsbeat on a piece, and I was also on another panel for this big company in London. I've got the name on top of my head, but that was again someone from the BBC speaking, me speaking. It was just incredible, and that was online, just like this. Incredible.
That's so good. Like, how did all of that come about?
So the panel from the London one, it's a guy called Will. So he has his own podcast series called Stammer Stories. So he has just done incredible things with his podcast, getting people on, talking about stammering, talking about, just breaking down those boundaries. And I think he's incredible. So he got me involved with that, which was amazing, which was so much fun to be part of. And then the international one, that was to do with the work with other charities that I do work with, and they saw my work and they got me involved with that.
So good.
So yeah.
And there's more, isn't there?
Yes. So in 2021, I was nominated for a National Diversity Award, which came out of nowhere, because the National Diversity Award, as you will know, because you was also nominated as part of your group, weren't you? Was it this year?
Yes. I was also nominated for a positive role model for 2021 as well.
Yes, fantastic. Woo! So, amazing. I just think that's just incredible to know that, we are representing the Northwest, because I think the Northwest does, Northwest, I think, kind of gets missed sometimes. Yeah. So I think it's quite nice, that we are representing 2 different, things. And it's incredible to know that people look to us as positive role models. So it's always nice. So the 2021 one, which was actually this year of February 2022, because of the pandemic, they got pushed back. It was a 10-year anniversary one, which I think, incredible. So it was amazing. Although I didn't win, I was in the final 8 for positive role
Yeah.
model to age. That was incredible. It was quite overwhelming. Liverpool Cathedral, Heather Small singing. It was incredible.
So I was going to say, because you got invited down, didn't you,
Yeah,
to Liverpool? You
yeah.
got to meet up with or link up with some actual celebrities there as well.
Yes, so it's the iconic Sally Phillips, who is a main character on the sitcom Miranda. I actually cried with her, actually. I think because the whole, I was literally, I didn't eat anything that night. I didn't drink anything. I was so nervous. My award was the first one on. I was like, "Ugh." I felt physically sick. I felt sick and I still feel sick thinking about it. So Sally Phillips means a lot to me because her catchphrase is bear with. So she goes, bear with.
Where with?
And I think
Where with?
that bear with and go. I think it's so important that for someone with a stammer because it's all about bearing with, with someone with a stammer, a speech impediment. So when I went up to meet her, she was getting bombarded by all these people. So I waited my turn and then I said, Sally, I just want to say to you how important that catchphrase is. And you might think it's just a comedy thing, but actually it's so important. And the Miranda shop actually sells face masks during the pandemic that has bear with on it. And
Oh wow!
I thought that was very. I don't think they even realised actually how clever it was because I used to wear it when I went to the supermarket and stuff when we had to wear them. And so after I said a lot to her, I just started to cry. So that was a bit overwhelming. They had people from Love Island, some famous footballers. Footballers not my forte, so I don't really know. Oh, but Katie Price was there.
Yeah, Katie Price was there with Harvey.
Yes, Harvey at that one. He won the positive role model. No. He won Celebrity of the Year.
Yeah.
Celebrity of the Year, which was a very wholesome thing to be part of because everyone got up on the seat and clapped. So it was lovely. Yeah.
That was so good. Well, congratulations for reaching the finalists on that. And you got your
Thank
little
you.
certificate with it as well. Again, a massive, massive achievement. You must be so proud of everybody that's helped you out as well, but then also just of yourself.
Yeah, I think it is incredible. I've had those 3 amazing people with the campaign, but then I've had my family, my friends, even the people I've met along the way, like yourself. You've always been so encouraging, and I think that is important on the journey because it takes a lot of motivation to do stuff like this, and you'll be able to relate. It takes a lot to be able to do a podcast, to be able to stand up, to speak up, and I think that is so important to have that backing of people because it's a lot of energy and a lot of motivation. So yeah, I am proud and I'm very thankful for the circle of people that I've got along the way.
Amazing. So does it stop there or did it continue? Because we're only in 2021 on this journey so far.
Yes. So it's been a bit chaotic. So I've had to balance the campaign and the awareness and my career because last time I spoke to you, 2020, I would have just graduated from university in lockdown, lol. And I basically was like, what are we going to do now? Because TV kind of stopped, stopped. So as I said at the start, I am a trained journalist. So the whole idea of being a journalist kind of was put off by the pandemic because all that journalists were writing about were doom and gloom. Not gonna lie to you, it wasn't really appealing. For me, I'm all about showbiz journalism. I want to write about the soaps. I want to write about TV, film. So during all this, I was also working at BBC Newsround. So whilst I was let go because of the pandemic, because there was no work to happen, I kind of was like, right, TV is where I want to go to. So TV, I've just been busy chaotically since since last summer. So last summer, I have worked with the BBC again. So the BBC got me back working on the children's area. So I've worked on Justin's house with Justin Fletcher, who is incredible for his sign language. Everyone knows him as Mr. Tumble, so that was incredible. Then I worked on art shows. I worked with Ricky Wilson from the Kaiser Chiefs, Vic Hope, who is a BBC radio host. So I've done about 2 months of TV, children's TV. I worked on Blue Peter, Saturday Mashup. So I've done all that good stuff. Then I went back to work at Newsround for a couple of months. But then after Newsround, I needed a bit of a break because I didn't really know where I wanted to go until this year. So this year, I started to work on the Great Pottery Throwdown. If anyone's ever heard that, it's an absolutely iconic show. Basically, they compete with pottery. They create pottery, which is incredible. So it's from the makers of the Great British Bake Off and the Great Sewing Bee, all that good stuff. If you can't tell, the great, the great. So yeah, so it was incredible. So that brought me back into the world of TV this year because I kind of was like, what do I want to do? So this was a casting job, so I was able to help cast the show. And then after that, I've just kind of been like, I'm staying in TV. So I've worked on game shows. I've worked with RuPaul this year. I didn't have RuPaul on the bucket list or the card this year, but I've done it. I went with RuPaul. And fun fact, I didn't even watch RuPaul's Drag Race until after I worked with him because I didn't even know if I like it. But now I'm like, I watched all of RuPaul UK. Obsessed. So worked on Lingo. So it was Lingo that I worked on. So I worked on the celebrity version and I worked on Lingo US, which airs next year in America. I worked on Naked Attraction this year. I mean, I don't know if there's any fans out there, but actually, great show to work on. I had a great time. Honestly, fantastic show. Honestly, great show. And I'll be happy to go back. Great. What else have I worked on? And currently, I'm working on Countdown at the moment as a junior researcher. So, as I spoke to you last time, in 2020, people have got good memories. I was a runner, and I still am a runner. I have to keep doing that. But I pitched myself to say I really wanted to step up and go up the ladder, and now I'm now a junior researcher on Countdown. So basically, I help cast Countdown, which is incredible. So I currently work for TV at the moment, which is incredible.
That's so good. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. Absolutely epic journey. And that's 2 years. That's a lot in 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah. I like to say I'm motivated. Yeah.
Yeah. I could definitely tell that.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Massive well done. Massive well done. Because when we spoke last time on the previous episode, you were talking about the conversations that you had back in school where, you weren't going to be able to achieve what other people would be able to achieve because your stammer would hold you back. And you've knocked that right out of the park and gone, nah, I'm not having that. And look at you now, like working on TV, doing your campaign, meeting all of these celebrities, winning awards left, right, and center. You've got another award coming up, maybe?
Yeah, so the BBC make a difference award. So that's for the category of Volunteer of the Year. So it's the final four. So very excited about that one as well.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Did you ever think that all of this would happen either 2 years ago or way back in school?
No, and I think that is down to having a positive mental mindset because I think in primary school, in high school, and in college, I did well. I got the grades, I did well, but it wasn't until the final year of college where I kind of was like, you know what, enough is enough. I need to be who I am, and then when I came out as gay and I accepted who I was, and I didn't care what anyone thought of me, because I think that is the biggest thing, especially when you're coming to terms with your sexuality. You worry about what people think about you, but actually, why do you worry? Because it's not their life, it's your life, and regardless of the facts, if they are your friends, if they are your family, they're gonna have to accept who you are because you aren't gonna change for anyone. And I learned that really quickly, and I am very, I am lucky in that sense because I know a lot of people, in life might not be so as accepting of themselves until later on in life. But I thought at the age of 17, I am going to change the game, and it happens. But my speech, I still have off days with my speech. Like when I'm working on on the phone for my casting jobs, I still stammer all the time, and I kind of hope people aren't thinking, oh God, hurry up. But no, I've not had anything like that, and I think people are even more open-minded and they're more self-aware actually of what's going on around their surroundings kind of now.
Yeah. If there's something that you could say to people out there who might not necessarily have encountered many people with a stammer, or don't really know what behaviors they need to adjust to make room and make space for people who have speech impediments. What advice would you give to them?
So funny enough, I think the ick that you said actually is still relevant even to this conversation. Like, I hate it when people go, oh, like, if I'm stammering or anything, like, it absolutely drives me. Like, or for me, it's not even, it's the facial expressions, because for me, so like the other week, I could not for the life of me say my last name when I started at one of the new jobs, and I said Jack, and literally blank, even though it was in here, couldn't come out, and literally it was like 6 a.m. I was like, oh my, like, today's not the day. So, but the guy who I was speaking to, fine, he went, take your time, no problem. It wasn't patronising or anything, but it was actually, really sincere. And I thought, you know what? Hallelujah. Someone with, some decent human being, traits. But then on the flip side, I went to get a coffee for someone at this independent shop in Manchester. And then this guy went, are you sure about that? I was like,
wow.
I'm pretty sure my order is what I said it is. It's just, it's hard for me to say some words sometimes.
Yeah.
And also, I don't drink coffee. I was getting it for someone else. So, you know what I mean? So it's not even used to my vocabulary. I don't drink coffee, don't drink tea. So, going into these places, which is out of my comfort zone, is hard. Like, I hardly go to Costa. I hardly go to Starbucks. So, but this guy, like, tried to turn it into a joke. But actually, the joke was on him, because I don't care anymore. Like, if you want to make that joke about it, fine. But if that makes you feel better about that situation, fine. But actually, you're more the idiot in that situation. So yeah,
isn't that? Go on.
No, that's it.
It's a nice little segue into what I was going to ask next, which is if there are people out there who might feel a little bit self-conscious about either, and we don't need necessarily have to speak about stammering or speech impediments in general, just if people are a little bit self-conscious of how they talk or how they may perceive themselves when they are having a conversation with somebody else, what advice would you give to them?
At the end of the day, if we were all meant to be the same, life would be boring. At the end of the day, you are meant to be who you are, and we're all on our own journey. And also, we're all stars, because we're all meant to sparkle in our own way. So your speech impediment, your sexuality, whatever it is, it's a part of you, and don't change that for anyone, because at the end of the day, like, you're not going to change yourself. Well, I hope you don't change yourself for society, because the problem with life, it's society. Society is the problem, not you. And I think people need to remember that when they're having bad days, when they're having off days, it's not you, it's society.
Amazing. Thank you so much for that. So what is next for Mr. Dinsley?
Oh, I don't know. Like, for me, it's always finding that balance of my campaigning and my career, because I love my career and, the journey I've been on, and I love working in TV, and it's such a privilege. And like, when I have like a bad day, I go, actually, this is what I've worked for. This is what, I have fought to be here, because getting into the industry is hard, but when you're there, it's incredible, and you make the best friends, you make the best moments. So for me, 2023 is going to be all about, carry on doing my TV work, and also still doing all my campaign and still working hard, and just, still being that voice.
I can't wait to continue seeing your journey and continue seeing you shining out there as well, because you've done absolutely phenomenal work, especially just over the last couple of years, considering the fact that you started your campaign in 2020 and where it is now, and even just your self growth as well over the past couple of years. It's phenomenal to see. I'm so grateful to have you on social media so I can keep seeing all of these positive messages that you keep sharing, and all of this positivity that you've got coming back to you in your life. It is so nice to see. So well done. Congratulations for absolutely everything. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the show when we were both just starting out, and having you back now again as well. It's absolutely phenomenal, and I wish you all the best for the future.
Thank you.
Is there anything that we haven't discussed that you would like the opportunity to discuss now?
Not really. It's just for me. It's just how good of a platform this is because, like I said, when I was looking back, it's quite a nice thing to look back on. Like I didn't realize it was 2020. When you asked me to come back on, I thought, God, it can't be that long ago. Like
I
it was only like
know.
a year ago. It's 2020, and we're nearly at 2023. So I think this platform is so good, and it's so good to reflect because actually, again, when I read your post about when you were like saying, "Oh, Jack's done this," actually, how much I've done since, and I think this is such a nice thing to be on and just to reflect on. So yeah, thanks for having me.
No worries. Don't. You'll make me emotional. I'm already emotional as it is because it's all coming to an end. But no, thank you so much. It honestly means a lot. Don't laugh at me, guys. I'm getting emotional. There's only 6 episodes left of Spilling. um, but yeah, no, thank you. I really do appreciate that. Now,
Sorry.
if people wanted to get more information on your campaign or just keep up to date with absolutely everything that you've been doing, where can people find you?
Find me on Instagram or Twitter at my personal socials at Jack Dinsley, 4 words. So Jack Dinsley, 4 words. Or if you want to follow my campaign, I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook called the Be Kind Stammer Campaign. I will post them in the comments on this video so you can find me.
Amazing. And we'll also share those links on the show notes as well for anybody who is listening to this on the podcast. Just make sure you check the show notes and then just click the links, and that'll send you a direct link over to his social medias. So then you can give him a cheeky follow because that's what we do here. We help people.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, before you go, obviously, just like last time, I can't let anybody go without giving an inspirational message or an inspirational quote to the masses of the teacups that are out there. So I'm just wondering if you've got a quote for me, my viewers and listeners today, Jack.
So my quote would be, your fluency does not define who you are. And I think that's really important because I so long wanted to conform to what society thought is fluency, but when you actually dumb it down, what is fluency? So don't change for you. No, don't change for society. Do it for you. And I think that's always important to always make sure you're happy.
Amazing. Thank you so much once again for coming on the show, for sharing your journey with us.
No worries.
It's been absolutely phenomenal to have you back on the show again. Thank you for absolutely everything that you do. Keep up the amazing work. And now, for the last time, you are able to say goodbye to the Spill It audience out there.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jack. See you again soon.
Cheers.
Bye. And that, my friends, is that. And that takes us to another end of an episode of Spill It. Well, I just want to say thank you again. What a great episode. What a great guest again. Honestly, I am going to get emotional as we tick through these last few episodes. It's already started. Well, of course, a massive thank you to you guys as well for jumping on today's show. Appreciate you all so very much. Now, of course, it would not be the end of the week without a Tea with Marcus episode, and that is what is coming up next on Spill It. So make sure that you come and say hi on Friday's episode live up on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn for Tea with Marcus, as we are getting ever closer to that episode 100 and Spill It's final episode. Don't forget, you can follow me on all of my socials. All you have to do is follow me where there is an @ symbol, @that_Marcus W. You can find me everywhere, absolutely everywhere, if you just type in those words. It's as simple as that. So give me a follow. Do whatever you need to do. Just drop me a follow wherever you can. Okay? Simple, right? Also, don't forget as well that you can drop me an email whenever you want to. Whenever you just want to pop in and say hi, just drop me an email whenever you want to. If you've got any concerns or questions with regards to tonight's episode or any of the other episodes that we've ever done or we've got coming up, just drop me an email. Marcus@spillit.uk. And it is as simple as that. Well, that takes us to the end. once again, I just want to say a massive thank you to you all. You are all absolute rock stars, okay? You really are. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your continued support. And until we spill it again, it's bye for now. Thank you for watching this week's episode of Spill It. You can catch Spill It live every week over on Facebook, YouTube, and now LinkedIn. You can also catch up with Spill It on the move on your preferred podcast streaming service. And don't forget to follow me on all my socials at @Marcus W. And for anything Spill It related, you can always get in touch with me by dropping me an email, marcus@spillit.uk.